Yes. So maybe for them, you don't get turned on a little bit?
Buddy, you better be. Yeah, dude.
Welcome to the Jackson and Joe Show.
Fuck yes, bro. Dude, it's been a while since we've even hung out.
I know. We've seen each other. Play a little Warzone. That's about it.
Okay. Well.
Remember H1?
Dude, you who was
They
it the
need
other
more
day?
H1 vibes.
Who was it the other day? Someone was
Zahn?
saying
Zahn probably?
Zahn went into a game and he was struggling to
Bobby?
get 7 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 people. 9 people.
I remember that's
Big ass map.
That,
9
that
people.
makes sense because we were hitting like when we were playing we were doing
Get in the car, shotgun, get out.
well yeah
Back
I mean
in.
we were absolutely
What were we doing?
Have you seen those meme videos of the people playing GTA?
Yeah, sure.
Like with
Seen a
the
lot of
green
GTA
green
clips.
gang, the guys all in the green
Yeah,
like
green,
skin
green versus
suits.
purple. Yeah.
You know, they just pull up on random people.
They pull up on purple, bro. They
Yeah.
fucking beat them down and shit. Yeah.
But, like that was us. That was us.
Yeah, no doubt.
you hear 2 Humvees just honking the horn.
Fuck yeah. Get some.
But when we did that,
Molotovs.
we were playing. It was just me and you, and then the lot was 18 people, so 9 squads. Like,
Yeah.
and it sucks because you do have like a 100-person map that is only for 9 people.
9 people. Yeah.
It's like,
long
oh,
ass
this is a
games.
30-minute
It's like I'm gonna
survival
struggle
game.
to find somebody.
Yeah.
Just hop in a car and start running around.
Can you imagine if, well, in H1 you didn't buy guns.
No, you just picked them
You
up.
picked
off
up
the ground.
nice guns though.
Mhm.
Like yeah.
You just picked them up. No attachments.
I was gonna say because
anything
like one of the
that.
common guns.
No,
Yeah.
like-
There's tiers to like pick up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the best gun in the game was the riot shotgun, which is a common gun. You can get it off right off the rip.
yeah. I don't know. That game was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Because of the vehicles, really.
There's a yeah.
I mean, but that also a lot of people, for a lot of people, that made it really annoying, and it was because you could like, could you run over in that game? No, you couldn't.
No, you just
You can't-
no.
you know
that
you
was the
can't-
downfall.
right.
Me and you would have been
Yeah.
absolute.
Yeah.
We would have been absolute land
You
sharks.
need that like
It-
counter. I feel like you should. If you hit somebody, they're definitely gone. Bro. That's a fact. Now in Warzone, they got to fix the hitbox on that thing. Still, I mean, it's a little
Because it
busted.
does-
It hits way too
Wide. Yes, the
It's-
zone
they
is
have
not the
it-
car.
They have it much better now than when it was originally introduced. Yeah, that like you could literally like ram a tree on a guy's on the other side of the tree and he gets fucking down.
Mhm.
Like it was stuff like that. Now I was prone one day and on a low wall and he went straight over this and it was like clearly over me and but it was just like crushed and like no shot.
Well,
so it's, like,
dude, they also slowed down the Bertha so much.
it's the hardest thing in the world to turn ever.
Yeah.
It's so hard to move around. It doesn't
so,
move
like,
at all.
You can see it coming pretty.
Yeah,
easy.
and you can't run anybody over if you just run
And if-
laterally.
If you're going down a hill and you hit the brakes and try and go back up, you're like,
Nah, it's they got that tuned up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, but the car is good. The car is still good if you're coming in fucking hot.
Mm-hmm. The
Either
cars,
car.
yeah.
The buggy.
The buggy's faster though.
The buggy is faster.
That
a
one,
little bit
that
more
one, I feel
mobility.
like I can kick up some gears.
But
I
that is
feel
also
real
the
Paul
one
Walker in
that
that.
I feel that I get.
You get
I
shot the most.
I'll right in the
because there's no
side.
fucking doors.
Yeah.
What kind of military vehicle?
It's not
Hey!
military. It's not military. It's for.
That is
for
not
speed.
civilians. That is not a
That's for
civilian
speed.
sport vehicle.
You just can't stop. That's for speed.
No, that is. But that
straight in
that
there.
shit. Yeah, no. Don't ever bring
mean,
that to war.
If they were doing military vehicles, have you played against the fucking tanks in ground war, bro? It's the worst fucking
Yeah.
experience ever, dude.
Oh, same thing with like a
sucks.
juggernaut. in
But
any
even the
game.
heavy
It's
tank,
like
yeah,
this
I
dude
mean,
takes 40 million
hits
shots,
and does
bombs,
a
and
million
grenades,
damage.
and he's literally got a fire hose of bullets that he's got an
Unlimited ammo.
infinite, yeah, an infinite supply.
yeah. Cannon, boom.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's fucking the worst thing. It's also kind of epic though when you take it down. I guess that's there, but like you can't overdo it.
When you take it down 30 minutes later and the game's over, yeah, it's fucking great.
Remember the Juggernaut?
Oh.
Remember the Juggernaut in the multiplayer match on Crash that we had in Modern
Yes.
Warfare?
Yeah, no, dude.
Like,
no, every time I see one,
unbelievable.
that comes into my mind. I'm like, oh, so this is gonna happen.
I killed one the other day. It was pretty nice with the C4.
How many? How many
was
times
less.
did you die?
3.
You threw what? 7 C4s?
No, I only threw like
4.
one. I think I threw the one to kill, and then I was
well,
just
see,
soaking in the head with my teammates the
You
rest
threw
of it.
one to kill, but before that, there were probably
died 3
2
times.
300.
3 times. I died 3 times. No, when we were on Crash, and the one that was
That one?
patch,
That
one we spent each.
That one was a Thanos.
Yeah,
that one was
literally,
inevitable.
literally, Thanos in Fortnite was not that strong.
No.
Like that character.
Also, don't play it, but I
Never.
saw the clips
Of
that event.
the live event yesterday.
That was kind of cool. That was interesting. That piqued my interest because I
Did
want
you
to
see
watch.
the Travis Scott one?
Yeah, that one I don't care about anymore. It was cool.
You don't care about it anymore.
Well,
okay, but
yeah,
it was
at the
cool.
time, super dope. Like I get it never happened, and
No, I mean like just visually. Like, did you?
no, yeah, it's super.
I thought it
it's
was
crazy.
great.
No,
I thought it was better
Yes.
than the one the other day,
the story just interests me.
like the device or whatever.
Like that. Like
All right, they had a good- they had a
how
good
it is
story.
what it is. I think
Mhm.
it's what they're trying to get to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool seeing like the no skin like be that guy. You're like, oh,
I haven't seen
fuck.
the whole live event. I only saw like
Oh,
just images of really just the water and then the
No.
I don't know. So I haven't,
let's watch it real quick.
the storyline.
You down?
Sure. Yeah. Fuck it.
I'm good at the cuts now. So isn't that crazy?
Damn. Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm never playing the game again, but I want to know. I wish that was like a 5 minute.
Have you played the story for this game, Modern Warfare?
I have not played the campaign. Have you?
Wow. Play the fucking campaign, Jackson. You want a
Uh,
good story? Play the
uh,
campaign. Yep. Put it on hardcore.
level up.
Just put it like chill, dude. It's
Nah,
so
dude.
fun, dude. You get high as fuck, and you're like,
That's what I do
Put it on
anyways.
hardcore,
That's-
and
that's
literally-
what I do
and
anyway,
fucking
though.
melt your brain. I mean, true.
Dude,
You're
if
not
listen,
wrong, but
if
like use it as a mix up.
Oh,
It's really
you
good.
wanna know what's
it's
crazy?
really fun.
They have
They do
Demolition.
a really good. Yeah.
Demolition is so fun.
Demolition
I
has been
played
the
it-
best game mode. In
I
Call of
played it
Duty.
yesterday, and wow, did I have a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. It changes
your
the maps.
boy maybe threw in a 50 bomb in about a 5-minute
Nice,
match.
nice.
But
nah, Demolition's the best for that, man. Because
Yeah.
you can hold down the points and just.
and the game lasts long.
Dude. Yeah, it's fun. It's like front
and
lines.
anyone can play it. Anyone, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's like search mixed with respawn.
Sorry for everyone
like
who has no
fucking-
clue what we're talking
It's okay. I mean,
about. Yeah, fuck it.
yeah. You know.
Um,
No, I love Demolition, man.
So
But play the
fun.
campaign, yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I probably won't, but
Bro,
I mean, maybe,
it is
but
this.
probably not. Listen,
It's literally like 6
I don't got
hours
time.
total, front to back. Bro, you shit 6 hours out of your fucking ass every day.
whoa. What do you mean? I
Think about the amount of time you shit. Multiplied.
I'm not taking 6 1
the whole
hour
month.
shits. I mean, over a lifetime.
Bro, you could play 30 minutes a day.
No,
You could
no.
play 10 minutes a day, and you'd be done with the game in enough time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'll look at it.
Whatever.
I'll look at
whatever.
it.
Fucking whatever, bro. Unbelievable. The
I mean-
amount of hours that people put into the things.
I do enjoy how they put off like the season for like
Yeah.
a few days or
Yeah.
something.
With everything going on.
Yeah, and I do enjoy the message that they have at the beginning, the Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter thing.
Me too.
God damn it, we never turned it off. I
Yeah,
just realized
no,
it.
we probably should.
But
And it's probably okay.
nah,
We-
I think
you
it's
know,
fine
fuck
too.
it.
Yeah. I
You
do.
can edit it out.
I'm curious why they or when they decided to like start it. Why? Like what was like the determining factor of like the day they started? You know,
The day they started
the
putting
season.
that, the season.
Like what? You know, because they said they were gonna postpone it, but like I wonder what like made them.
Yeah,
not?
I mean, yeah, because I think that's really easy to answer.
Yeah, because they just want of course they need to make money off the game. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. Was it like a move? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna postpone it for
Yes.
12 hours.
See, the thing is that I think it absolutely is a move, but it's also like,
I appreciate it.
yeah, it's also like,
I'm devil's advocate.
listen,
right now.
it's for the money, but it's also for the money in the sense that the public can now, and like we as people can like force people to basically say you can only make money on like doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like if you're not standing for what or representing like the people that buy your, things. If you don't stand for them, then like they won't stand for you.
Yeah, I guess I'm more so just, and I get it. And like I said, I prefaced with like I appreciate it, and
Yeah,
I think
for
it's
sure.
I think everyone else does too.
Yeah.
But yeah, more so like, do you think people go into something thinking, okay, we're gonna do this for not necessarily them, like
There are
3 days. I'm gonna give it 3 days, and then or like what? How do people, I don't know, predict the time length that they're gonna do something?
I don't know. That's pretty tough. Cause
I guess as long as an issue goes, but
it's like the issue's still going, right?
yes, exactly. That
Which is why it's so
that just
like, okay, so you.
But I feel like they were making money off the game anyway. Still, like
They
do you
absolutely
think-
they
but
made
see,
and
that's-
the
so
amount of money that they made
then
up to
it's
this
kinda-
point
then
is
it's kinda crazy
absolutely
that
insane.
they
Like hundreds
the
of millions of dollars.
seasons that we imagine to them are financial seasons.
In many ways, a lot of people have to think that way. Yeah, like a lot of people get paid a lot to think that like that. Yeah. Like, not everybody part of the game, because so many people go into a game like this. So many artists,
I mean,
and, right?
Yeah,
And so,
millions and millions.
But there's a lot of people, that are responsible for understanding how to make money off of it and like exactly what strategies they want to employ. In regards
True,
to that.
and I guess like if they were to do something like change up the map, it's like, okay, well the art department and the graphics department has to, they have this whole season before the update. So I guess it is like that. Yeah. Crazy.
Lots of people.
Yeah. I think my PS4 is just going to turn into this game eventually. It's going to just,
What do you mean?
like, physically, it's going to morph. It's going
Just
to
a
Optimus
round.
Prime
Yeah.
into I don't know, its own being.
They'll probably make like a VR headset for the next ones that are like super easy and cheap that are like mind blowing. Just fucking.
I love that.
They need a good controller.
Yes. I think the next one looks a little.
I'm not like
Do you
the
like-
biggest fan. Honestly,
Do you like
of the
PS4 controller or Xbox controller better? Because we both have.
I
both.
prefer the PS4 controller. Always have preferred the PS3 and PS4. Probably because like my hand's a little bit smaller, and so like for reaching all the buttons, it's better for me. It's tighter. It's better control for me.
I always preferred the Xbox controller until I got the PS4. But then, like even when I play PS4, whatever, I just was like, I don't like this. It's the same exact controls, which that throws a lot of people off. People don't get that. It's the same.
Well, it's
fucking
pretty
thing.
much the same thing, but it's like
It is.
it has its little sort of like nuanced differences,
Yeah.
Like it just does. Like the sticks feel a little bit different. The
Yeah.
triggers feel a little bit different.
My first roommate in college, P-Mac.
Oh, Pat McDaddy.
Yeah, P-Mac. He used to always. Maybe it was him and you. You guys were both.
Yeah, I
just
needed
go
to
back
borrow-
and forth
I needed to
about
borrow
the
one of his.
controllers.
Yeah.
About like, he was always saying he's like play or
The
was
Xbox is so much better.
Yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
he had an Xbox.
He would always
And
go
I would just-
in, and you would just.
And I would
rip
just
on-
roll right back at him because I'm just like me, and I have to.
You're like, yeah, well, that's wrong. And he's like, and he was very confrontational too in that.
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
He'll let you know what's up.
Him and
Yeah.
I got into some debates, man.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out P-Mac.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I think concerts and everything are gonna start opening up. Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing. People do a preemptive planning for like public services, so concerts, bars, any kind of venue for any kind of entertainment. People. They schedule. People are futuristic. So we know in 3 months, we want this to be open. We feel like it's going to be ready to be open in 3 months. So we start opening things slowly. And then
Right.
by the time it comes around, those
like
dates
scaling
are
up.
literally going to be pushed back again because shit's going to get worse because there's that fucking domino effect of people going out to hang out with everyone
It's a
slowly,
rush.
yet
Too fast. Too quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like for the past even couple weeks, it seems like things have just been open.
I saw a graphic this morning that showed like 35 states all have like drastically increased cases within the past like 5 days.
Fucking, what was it? I don't want to.
And so that means the data's a little bit behind. So like, because that's only the data they have now, that's not what it actually is, right? In terms of like how many people actually maybe have it or don't have it. So it's like,
well, and I saw that China.
Yeah, they are worried about it right now. Beijing.
They said it's like Beijing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yes, they have like an extreme severity like going on of
They're
like they think it's
very
about to like
concerned
get
about it.
very
Yep.
and dude, if anything, we haven't. We're one. I want things to be open. I'm gonna say that I want things to be
Sure.
open, and as much as I want that, and I have been kind of like going out, but like people are still like sketched about things. People just don't know. People don't know because
Yeah.
like we're allowed to do stuff, but like what's
Yeah, you're allowed to do whatever you want, really, but like,
and
yeah.
they talk about how like people are asymptomatic or you can't. It's very almost impossible for them to pass it off. But we've also been learning that like when it was first starting, it's like, oh, we're 2 weeks behind Wuhan, 2 weeks behind Italy, and like how it's going, and that's just gonna be the same case. It's like, oh, well, that's just what's about to happen to us,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just don't know if people. I don't know. I feel like people still just don't know.
No, because they have a terrible. They don't have good. I mean, this is something that Kieran and I were talking about. Is about like people really just don't have like a lot of people aren't taught good like critical thinking. So like, how do you sort of take in all different types of sources of information, or like how do you decide if something is true or false? Because the thing is we have plenty of sources of information, actually, right? Like
zillion.
Because
almost too many.
Because I could say, what's the problem? Why don't people know? You can't say that they don't have the information, right? Because we have a fuckload of it. That's the problem, right? Is we don't know what information is real because people say different things, right? You have to assess for yourself what kind of information is true and what's false, And like you have to use, all the different varying viewpoints and then, to determine like what it is you think is best. And a lot of people don't know how to do that for themselves, so they're just going off of what they hear, basically, which can be anything. And so it's wherever you are, the moment of the headspace of like whatever it is you're reading, and then you get caught up in that, and then that's what you believe, or and then who you talk to.
That's the thing is yet I forget. It's some kind of like opportunistic thinking where you have too many opportunities too many sources, too many things to look at. So okay, my brain can read all of them or not, and I can just it'll average it out and find a medium thinking
right,
for
I'll
myself.
just go off of the subconscious.
I'll go
thing.
off the one that doesn't make me the most mad and doesn't satisfy me the most, but it's the porridge.
Easiest, the easiest,
right,
least path of resistance.
It's
yeah,
not too,
like,
but it's all right, right. And so, but that goes with, a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
with things like Twitter, you're consuming and you're downloading and processing, thousands of opinions a day. And especially now, hundreds of videos or pictures or things that are like factual imprints from the day, like things that are hard to disprove but hard to accept.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
How do you tell
a whole
if
bunch
something...
of very confrontational information like going around. So like
Yep.
really being able to like compress all that into some data that my brain can pick correctly
weighs really
one,
heavy.
It's gonna
It's
take
hard.
a few days. All right, my brain's slower than anything. My computer can barely process a YouTube video in a day. So like
Yeah.
my brain getting all this information, the learning curve is huge, and like.
Definitely.
One day it's going to be, I'm going to consume the wrong information. The next I'm going to correct it. And it's going to be like that for a while, I feel like. Or like I'm more so just straightening out.
Yeah,
what-
you're just figuring yourself
Exactly.
out for your own belief, for your own understanding. It's tough, man. It's
It's
not
very
easy.
frustrating too. Like it's hard.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I'll look at socials for a hot second. Like, I will accept the the force that drags me to like the the mud, the shit I don't
just scroll.
The muck that like is gonna ruin my day. It's like I'm gonna get here, I'm gonna get stuck, I'm gonna read the thread, and I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna exit out. I'm gonna lay down and fall asleep because that just.
But then like really, you just go right back into a different app or another app. And it's like
right. I close it down and then I'm like, oh, my imaginary limb.
Yeah, right.
I need to. Yeah. Oh God. And then I just consume it and like. Ignorance just isn't bliss these days. No, either. So like,
no, not at all.
You almost have to keep up.
Yeah, you do.
And I try and tell the, the older generation around me that is just watching television, like televised news programs, like isn't enough. Like, because those are extremely biased and only present a minuscule amount of information.
A lot of old people,
it's swayed to that, and that's all they watch. But like that's why I've kind of been saying, hey, look, you don't have to use Twitter, you don't have to get, you don't have to. But nope.
There's a lot of options actually. Find the one that works for you.
Right.
Or
well, no, I'm not.
You
I'm
diversify.
saying, but I'm saying Twitter is great for. And this is kind of the same with like Reddit and shit. Like there's a lot of misinformation, but like the shit that is factual, it gains wind fast.
Yeah.
And people fact check you very fast, and I'm not getting a Fox News or a CNN. Mm-hmm. You can also consume those on that like app, but like it's like a Black Mirror episode, and like I'm getting this person getting it live right now, and all they have to do, literally a minute ago in New York, someone posted this 5-minute video. This is a minute ago. This is a minute ago from their phone with no editing, no nothing. Before it gets taken down, watch it. Mm-hmm. Before you see a different video, watch it. Like, because there's going to be 1,000 versions of this video going around in an hour. So sometimes checking socials can be like the perfect opportunity for like the perfect thing. Mm-hmm. But again, people also can make it seem like they posted something from a minute ago in fucking New York. Or,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. It's just weird. And I hate the effect that people just film. It's like, it's so sad.
What, that everybody just is always filming now?
Which I get it, because you're catching people doing wrong, but you're also getting like the victim end of it on camera. And it's just like, man. Like,
well, I think it's the exposure of truth.
Fact. I know.
But it's also like
it's the
you with the way you can edit video now and whatnot. And in the way that it's going to get even better. It's going to be so hard to even determine what's real, what's fake. I don't know. This concept of, I've been talking about this, and everyone's like, Joe, you're fucking crazy. But like, the idea, I think everyone has to get comfortable with the idea of that camera always being on, basically. Like,
oh, dude,
no matter, you're gonna have to accept reality.
But people don't.
But that's the thing, is that like people are uncomfortable with admitting what actually even happens, so they don't want it. They don't want a camera because they're afraid of whatever it is they think might be caught or seen or perceived.
But you know, people think Big Brother is watching. No,
I mean,
you know what's great? He's listening, because, dude, I'll be talking around here, my house, about nothing, and then on my TV, I'll get on YouTube, and it'll pop up something. Hey, and it's literally like it's like exactly, and I'm like,
you know what it is, dude?
I'm like,
you literally they're measuring your brain waves. And like, because your information is in your brain, and then it is in waves, and they just catch it, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's thinking about fucking put that up in front of him, bro." They're catching it in the air. They know what you're thinking before you're even thinking it.
They do. Yeah, they do.
No, like, yeah, 100%. But they're definitely listening, and so they know. I mean, I went to the store to get cat food. Like, instantly on my way home, I saw ads for cat food. Like all through Twitter, like on my timeline. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how does that make any sense? I haven't seen one ad for cat food my whole time. Now I'm seeing them.
Now I'm seeing kitty num num. And
it's funny because I couldn't find what I wanted either, though.
Well, exactly what I wanted is on my Instagram. You know,
I don't know.
It's
man.
like, it's confusing.
So, but listen, I don't know. You have to, we have to try and correct when people misuse it, but ultimately it is to try and make our lives better. Like, the idea is like,
it though?
is that I mean, in a lot of ways, we get shit that we need, right? Like straight delivered through our door, right? Super fast, quick, boom, done. Like it's making things super streamlined to the point. It's almost crazy. This is a crazy thought that literally we are working towards the point where thoughts become instantaneous reality. And it's getting sooner and sooner and sooner as to when, like, we're going to be able to literally create mountains and planets and everything in instant seconds. The second we think of something, it's going to be there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But have
you
you seen the stuff about, I feel like after the conversation we just had, I feel like I can't even say this country's name. But it's a cold one. And they like vodka.
Okay.
But there's this is part of, there's a textbook. Did I send you this? Did I send you this? There's a textbook in Russia that's written in like there's the country, in 1997 that like, it's given to like the higher ups in command, the higher authorities in Russia. And it's like kind of like, it's like correcting the mistakes of Hitler, technically. But it talks about taking over the U.S. And it's on Wikipedia, and the guy who wrote it is like considered like the geopolitical like master in Russia. And like he's like Putin's mind is like how they quote him in the and
it's kind of interesting because it's weird because I feel like that doesn't sound really like actual Russian, like in the sense that like, I don't know. I feel like Russia is very misunderstood, and like I feel like I've really read a lot about the country to understand that.
I don't think the people are like that, man.
Yeah, like a lot of
But there's also, I don't think the people of America are like the government.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's not representative at all.
This is about government and military for them.
Like
and so it talks about like the control over the U.S. and talks about how you've got to. And it like kind of the quoted like through the book, it talks about like the steps, and it talks about creating, segregating people, getting them to be at home, and then creating an issue that exists outside of their home. So they have to go like protest and whatnot. And then it talks about like kind of getting them to not trust the security in their country. And then and basically it's kind of crazy because it's been what's happening, and it's a conspiracy theory. So of course I'm reading into it. I'm like fucking biting into the fucking cake. Nom 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 nom. I'm gonna read it and believe it. But it goes on to say this, and it uses an example that is like currently what's happening in the country. It uses it as an example in the book that was written like 25 years ago. So it's crazy seeing things like correlate with this. Again, it's just conspiracy. But like shit like that's fun to read into because like it's kind of crazy that the match is lit on so many different types of conflict in the world right now. Like a conflict with health, like with corona, a conflict with like emotional societal relations.
You know what it sounds like to me?
What?
It sounds like the world's headed for revolution,
Exactly. Absolutely. But see, that's what people think. And this is where so the other day I was talking to someone, I can't remember who I was saying this to, but so your life is like slowed down, like, cause your conscience tries to make it acceptable for your 80 years that you're here, say. So like the 80 years you're here feel like those are what's important. So the history is history. It's behind. Okay. And what's ahead is what you're looking for. And so the time really slows down. But if history has been going, in the long scheme of things, it is like you are a blink of an eye.
Absolutely.
So, oh my God.
Well, you're talking about like human history,
Yeah.
Or even then you talk about, just, Earth history, universal history, like just the history of everything.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
of every living, even beings.
So, yes.
Anything.
So people, oh my God. Yeah. So you're in your own little snapshot.
Yeah. It's from your own little perspective.
Oh man, I'm forgetting what I was going to say. Hold on one sec. Snapshot, you're in 80.
And like everything is slower. Time feels slower.
Oh, so people negate the fact that they think because there was a war, World War II is World War I was 100 years ago almost. World War II is approaching that,
it's getting there.
And people think that their life is sweet and dandy in a sense of, there's no worldwide conflict that truly needs my attention or my physical, like, there, people think they can skip out on the harsh casualty, the worldwide casualties. Like, they think, oh, my like, we probably think or thought, oh, our 80 years of life, there's not gonna be any real war or,
well, like, are we gonna have to fight? Are we gonna have to fight for our own life in a conflict? Yeah, in war.
Yeah, no one ever saw that coming. No one ever saw a revolution coming. No one ever sees.
I don't know if I see that still happening.
No. But it, like,
no,
people, no one sees it coming until it happens, and so you think your life will, like, escape that. But, like, if you look at history,
it's just literally every single person thought that of all time ever. They all thought it wasn't, like, going to be me.
Every 50, 80 years, bang, 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 for life, for history, all of human history, there's been something fucking nuts going on that is truly life-changing for generations.
Yeah, there's some people that, that do. I think, they don't have to deal with the consequences of it, but for most people, like, they do have to,
Everyone.
At some point, and at some point in your life, you're faced with that conflict of that, no matter what, of death, really, right? That's what it's really talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that no one thinks it's gonna be me, and that's from Chernobyl. I don't know if you've seen that miniseries.
No, you told me to watch the series, though.
Fucking god, dude! It's literally 6 episodes. It's unbelievable. It's so good. But
is it a docu series?
Yeah, it's a dramatization. So,
okay,
it's historically correct with everything that went happen. He talks about at the end of it, like, no one thinks it's gonna be me. Like, like. He was talking about radiation and cancer and what was it? In the history of the Balkans and, like, where, like, Chernobyl is, like, southern Russia and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, there's been just generation after generation of different types of people that have come through and thought they were going to settle there and this was going to be their home. And, like, Hitler came along and, like, and then Russia came and, like, committed its own atrocities against its own people, and then you had, and then, like, Chernobyl. But, like, yeah, with anything.
But, so, yeah, and it's crazy. People think ideology and ways of thinking change so drastically from one generation to the next.
Bro, we're listening to the smartest people were, like, Confucius and like, that were thousands of years ago. They knew what was up. They understood the game. To me, that's what speaks to that. Right there, what you just said. That, like, yeah, you think it hasn't changed at all, actually. It's always been the same.
Even the worst kind of ideologies.
Yeah.
So, like,
those have been around for just
You're seeing fucking. There's so many people, like, public authority figures that you're seing, like, almost in a sense come out of the closet of like, damn. It's like you're seeing a lot of people. You think that way. They
don't give a shit. They're just nasty.
And but you're seeing that on so many levels systematically.
All over the place, because
from high up to any working position to any citizen to any interaction you're coming into. Like, have you seen those videos? Like, these poor fucking dude. I can't even.
Unbelievable. Are you talking about, like?
Well,
what are you talking about?
Honestly, it's just like Karens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You were talking about Karens, dude. Like, I would go off on a Karen if I saw that.
But that, dude, like, that's
unbelievable.
That's a mental illness.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's literally. I mean, people call it toxic or, like, yeah, dude, it's just bad energy. It's that evil energy. That's literally evil manifested into that's where that is. That's the thought process. That's living evil, of, like, just hate.
You know what's crazy is, like, I always think of what is this person thinking they could do if there were no repercussions,
Oh, they would literally just, like.
They would be killing people.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened to Ahmaud Arbery.
It
that person thinks
day,
I have no repercussions to my actions because I'm doing what I think is right. It's like,
I think that's how a lot of
and that's what I think.
A lot of murders come to pass and stuff like that. It's just that line of thinking that's just like.
On the other side of that, I don't think getting rid of police is smart by any means.
No, it's just we need.
I get the defunding. I get that whole allocating money elsewhere
it's
to
just
where
thinking
it's more
about how to do a better
for
job.
Civilians.
Yeah, it's just
it's
just about.
I had this thought that man, a cop only uses their gun because their training isn't good enough. Their training is not good enough. Yo, this person is a fat, out of shape piece of shit, and
Well,
they don't think they can. They don't think they can save their own life without this gun.
There's a lot of people
when they
like
think
that,
their
yeah.
life is in danger, hey, I need to use this. This guy, like, dude, you've seen a million videos of literally kids fucking with a cop and then running away, and this poor bastard trying to hold his belt up or something, and like, dude, you can't have one. I think you need military training or that length of training to be able to be a. You need people in the military. If people in the military go into a police interact,
it's like retested, because a lot of people, what happens is that you're fit when you become a cop, but then you don't have enough testing or management to make sure you're in shape, right?
Just like
qualifications, just like the military has, you have to meet.
But just like any other profession too, you need continued education. You need to be going to classes. Yo, you need to be fit. You need to stay this healthy. You need this much gun training. And I know they have some sort of thing in there.
And that is what is required of the job. And if you have a problem with that, I don't know what to say.
But almost 3 to 4 years before you're even on the line of duty. Yo, I want someone who's trained, who thinks, yo, they feel comfortable around you when they know that, one, you're at no risk, and two, they know they don't have. If you're so trained, you can do it without the gun. You can take me down if you needed to.
Most disarming videos I've ever seen don't involve the person having a gun.
No self-defense. No self-defense. It involves a gun unless you're going to a fucking shooting course.
Yeah.
Like, there's 1,000 ways. And if the other person is unarmed, even more so. What the fuck? You should be so trained that you're not worried about using your gun at all.
No, because
the situation
you know that
is safe. No matter what,
and that you're a calm head, right? That you're completely trained in this. That if something were to happen, then you could defend yourself, and you understand that about the situation. But that's not what you're looking to do at all. What you're looking to do is to.
And that's the thing.
But like you need that's having really well trained, looked after people that they have to be. They have to be You need accountable people that are willing to be accountable. I mean, and so there's just a lot of right now, like the transition to that is really, I guess, I feel like hard. And it's like the same thing even with like gun owners and stuff, is that like, it's fine if you want to own guns. I don't have a problem with that. But like, if you want to own like a bunch of guns and shit, like, I just need to know that you're okay. I need to know that you know what you're doing.
Totally, yeah.
I need, like, that's
true.
It's the same. And it's no different with a cop. Like, I'm not going to give you like, I mean, yeah,
you should have to go through. I think there should be an education process.
Yeah, you should understand what it is you're doing, what your real purposes are, and also like, the techniques and the strategies that you're really employing. Like, how are they working? And like, there are certain times when like force and like military tactical procedures can. I don't know. There's very limited times when that's used on your own civilian population, I would hope.
Yeah.
You would think. Because you should never weaponize anything against your people, right? Like, that's just should be a fact. But they can't weaponize anything against you. But that's the thing, is that, well, who started first? It was probably the government doing it to criminals, right? But, like, you have to solve the problem of crime and criminals, which requires other things to be invested, like education and shit, which you don't pay any attention to. You don't give people enough education. You don't give people enough resources to not want to fucking kill other people and shit. So, like, you have to help people. But it all goes together, with everything. But I don't know, man. It's you just have to have training for sure. I mean, we obviously have to rethink that.
You have to think. It's just like more like treat it like a doctoral position in a way. Like, yo, you need
a fucking master's in this thing.
You need years.
What in police training? You need a master's.
You need to know the law. You need to learn. You need to learn how to go into a situation where
you need to be socially savvy.
I'm going to work on correcting the mistake this civilian just made. If I'm pulling them over for speeding, I don't need to walk up like this. I don't need to assume shit. Yeah. No, the person was just speeding.
No, it's crazy.
The person was speeding. You can't bring your own insinuations into it. Yo, they were speeding. I'm going to give them their ticket and they're going to go on their way. And it's like, well, you get their license. If something comes up, then yes, you have the right to do whatever. But you can't just start.
No, they're going in scared, presuming
cops go in terrified. And if you're terrified, I don't want you being a cop.
No.
If you're terrified right now, coming up to a car for a speeding ticket,
then you're not the right person for the job.
Yo, I see this guy in his car and he wrote a blank check. Okay, dude, solve that. George Floyd, solve the issue. don't presume. You can't. You literally, you just can't.
It should never really get to the point.
Did you see the Jay Farrow thing? Jay Farrow, the comedian guy. He like came out saying that exact thing happened to him, where a cop put his knee on his neck.
Jesus.
Because they thought he matched the description of a guy they were looking for, African American with black or a gray shirt, gray sweatpants.
So he's just getting pinned and like arrested and putting his knee on his neck
and he's like, Google me.
Just because
I am
he's
Jay Farrow, and they cuffed him and knees on his neck and Shay's like, Google me right now. You'll see you made the mistake.
That's just like the most blatant case of racism you could probably fucking have. Literally, the man was black and he's black, so it's like, you're fucking, you must be you.
Like, it should literally be one instance of profiling and like, you're gone. You can't.
Yeah, I don't see how anybody makes that mistake if you're a cop,
give me
right?
Your badge.
Like,
you need 2 more years of training.
Yeah, 100%.
You need more training.
And everybody should be looking at that and saying like, this is what you don't do. This is
suspended. More training.
Literally, like, we have so much technology and you have so much money. Can't you like literally find a better way to identify the person you're trying to catch?
I don't think it's a canceled thing. I don't think you should. People need to be re-educated. People need to learn from their mistake. Don't immediately cancel someone. Don't call them. I hate when people just use racist. Right away, just let them. They need to learn. If they're
incapable of learning, they're incapable of learning, and it can't be helped.
Those Karens those are the most ignorant people. Those are
the hardest people that you would ever fucking try to change in your whole fucking life. Is those kinds of people. I mean, listen, I think you always should try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but like you also need to recognize them for what they are, and then you need to let them see. You need to give them the resources to change, to give them the resources to recover. And that's the same thing. It's the same thing with like not punishing, criminals or like, people that, commit crimes in any variety. I mean, one, like drug crimes is like the way you punish those guys is you put them in a prison and you lock them up for like 30 years sometimes or whatever. Like it doesn't
especially if they're a minority.
Yeah, exactly. You ruin their fucking
ridiculous.
And it's like so arbitrary and stupid. But like, listen, you have some crimes that are like, if you murder a person, like what is the road to recovery from that? Like that's a really like interesting topic, I think. But you need to look at it. We need to try to understand something like that. But that's, people can spend their whole lives debating that, and I'm not going to be the one, But like, I'm just saying, like, you have to.
But that's
to create a path of recovery for everybody. You have to create a situation. I think. I mean that, but that's just whether or not you believe that or not. And then where do you draw that line? Like,
Right. Well, that's also the context. Or that's.
Some people are unforgivable.
So murder's the most extreme, but that goes with
some people are unforgivable.
The least extreme. Yes.
Right? Some people are unforgivable. The person who goes around killing hundreds of people, even one is close because it's like, man, for even you to think that you could take somebody's life. But
but then there's context. It's like,
yes,
how was
right.
it?
But
was it your best friend in a car accident and you're getting charged for murder because you were drinking?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I have the weight of that on my shoulders, and I obviously didn't want to murder my best friend, but the state law is, I'm getting charged for murder. And it's like, well, that is a different case. There's context, but then if I'm fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or something, it's like, okay, well, there's no re-education for that.
Fucked.
Yeah, your brain is toast.
I mean, yeah, fuck yeah.
But I mean, then that makes you wonder how many people who are entrusted authority figures have abused that power, and
it's fucking horrible.
You just don't even know about it.
There's so many people that you even
from
find
doctors too to lawyers. I don't who are defense attorneys. This guy's going
crazy.
Straight to.
You found there's like multiple doctors that have come out and been charged with killing their patients or like giving like intention because they love the idea of like being able to murder somebody.
They literally will like autograph on their like spleen or something. They'll just cauterize a little like signature.
That's fucking insane. Like that? I haven't heard of that. Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
This person had she was getting a kidney removed actually, and her other kidney had the signature, and she had to get it a transplant, and her last kidney, the one that she didn't get.
Did it kill her or something?
No. So she got a kidney removed.
How'd she know?
She got a kidney removed, and then she ended up having like kidney problems with the other one too. So she got that one removed, and so she had to get a transplant, and the second kidney they removed had a signature on it, cauterized. And they were like, "Yo, who was your surgeon? Who was your previous surgeon?"
By the doctor, he did it.
The surgeon who did the surgery on the previous one had like done it. But that's like a common, not common, but that's the thing. That's a thing. So like and that's what's
like,
scary.
Does it really have a negative?
When I got my back surgery, that's one thing. I was like, man, this guy can go in. He can take out whatever he wants. He can literally do whatever he wants.
You're at his mercy.
He could draw on my fucking spine if he wanted. Yeah. Like I could have, he could do, and it's like it's kind of scary. It's like, man, that's why with anything, you have to build trust in someone. You have to
find the right person.
Times.
Yeah, 100%. That's part of the process of it. Yeah, 100%. Which is the most frustrating, but that's a part of life. I think with anything, it's like it's I mean, dating or like maybe it's not like that, but it's just about finding the right person that you trust them to support you and for your overall health. They truly believe in working towards the same goal as you, and.
So, this is a funny full circle back to the opportunistic thing. So an issue with like dating is that and this is the same thing with like news sources. No, you have, so especially now with like Tinder and Hinge and whatever the fuck else, as I don't even know everything else. And the people for people who are like trying to date, it's so hard to find the match because you have so many opportunities that like you could find. This is also I saw some guy explain this after that Black Mirror episode came out about the people who like try to make it last and they like it stuff. Anyway, and you have too much opportunity that if I were to date you, then I'd be like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. I'd be like, but I do see a million other people who and
could be like, just more marginally better in one way is like better than you.
So a lot of people come into this rut of like a cyclical thing, like not you like trying to they're trying to find just fractionary better each time. And the guy was saying that there comes a point where you don't, and really that's when people start really negating like relationships at all and thinking they get sad and they're like, oh, I'm never gonna find anyone. And it's like, well, you found 1,000 people but you nitpicked, and it's like right. And so that's the thing,
you left them.
Then it comes to the point where they don't want anyone specifically until they think they can find them. It's just a weird thing.
No, it's
too much opportunity, too many.
I mean,
too many.
If you find somebody that loves you back, like generally that's enough. That should be enough. And like if you can't appreciate that, then I don't know how you're going to be happy, period, your whole life.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because then you're just going to be like always dropping everything and moving on. And
settling though. You don't settle.
You don't want to settle at all. And that's the most beautiful thing, is when you find somebody that loves you back and you both want to grow together, know? Like that's the best. That's the shit. The shit in life. Because then you always have somebody who's like can help you talk through like the shit that you're trying to work on. You can just be fucking honest with who you are and what you're saying and what you're thinking and everything, and they can be the same way with you, and that's just fucking no bullshit. That's just the best.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Cheers to that.